Hi, Scott Machine Gun Dad here. If you hopefully been following our channel, Nick has been doing field strip videos, and as you can see on the table, he just finished the MP-40 field strip video. I wanted to show him something. I did a full auto tip a while ago, and I didn't do a close-up. So I want to show him and you something you need to know if you actually are lucky enough to own a German MP-40 or a German MP-38. So give us a second. We're going to reposition in on so you can see these two bolts. We zoomed in. This is the MP-40 bolt. This is the Portuguese FMP bolt. All right. Now the first thing is I'm going to take them apart to show you the big difference. This one has a firing pin. All right. The Portuguese system doesn't use a firing pin that's separate from the bolt. It uses a firing pin that's milled into the bolt system, the front of the bolt. The reason I'm showing you this, of anything that can break in this gun, it's in this assembly. First of all, the recoil springs go bad. Second of all, from years of firing, the tips of this firing pin can break off. These firing pins are difficult to come across and extremely expensive. Plus, a lot of times they're numbered to this assembly. So if you have an original transferable gun with matching serial numbers, why would you risk damaging this part? So that brings us to this part. Give me a second. We're going to reposition and we're going to show you the difference in the actual bolts. So on my right is the Portuguese bolt. On my left is the MP-40 bolt. You will notice on the Portuguese bolt there is a fixed milled firing pin milled right into the front of the bolt surface. On the MP-40 there is a hole that allows the firing pin to protrude. Both these guns fire exactly the same. They're an open bolt system. They fire upon closing. The difference is, I don't know why the Germans added a separate piece. The disadvantage is, if you, as I said, if you break that piece, you've broken a piece of history. Most of these are destroyed and are available surplus. So you got an MP-40. You're endangering a rare piece versus a surplus piece. Go to the surplus piece. And you also notice right here, this has the later style cocking handle, but it moves in and out. Let me move it here. Where this one has the fixed MP-38 early style. That's irrelevant. All you do is you pull it out and you let the gun run. My gun is not cut to operate with this closed, so you just leave it out. And we'll move back out and I'll tell you one more thing and we are done. As we close, there's two things you need to know about the Portuguese conversion. First of all, it uses the same recoil spring. Wolf Spring Gun Springs makes new recoil springs for the MP-40. They will fit in this Portuguese assembly. The other thing, which is something I learned recently when I sold a transferable gun to a guy I know, I said, you should just put the Portuguese bolt in. They're not all the same. I don't know if it's the tolerances in the Portuguese gun or the tolerances in his MP-40, but my one Portuguese bolt drags really bad in his gun. The other one I know works in his gun because I test fired it when I got it with that bolt and it ran fine. So you need to be aware of that. And what's nice is I'm going to show you right here and you saw it up here, there's these high spots. This is the part that actually rides on a receiver. If this is a little tight, you would just take maybe some steel wool and just take a tiny little bit off. As you can see, it's been polished from being run in the gun, but so is the MP-40 bolt. It's also been polished. Why am I telling you this? Well, when I bought these were cheap. I don't know, $65. Now they're about 500 bucks. Okay, but that's because the parts have been drying up. Just like anything else in the surplus market, once the initial flood of parts is gone, you have to buy it from somebody who bought the kit and now they want to make a huge profit on it. This whole assembly might be $400 or $500. This assembly might be $2,000. I've already broken like 3 of these. The handles break off because they're cheap steel. I just send them out and have them rewelded. They're not, who cares? It's a usable part versus a collectible part. If you got an MP-40, this is my full auto tip, and I'm showing it to Nick, so someday maybe he'll have one. Buy the Portuguese bolt. Thanks for coming to the channel. Hopefully taught you something. Save somebody a shitload of money. Follow us on Rumble, because that's where the cool shit happens.
Yeah, unfortunately. We'd like to post it on YouTube because we do a lot of pretty cool stuff, but the last thing we need is to get some sort of strike on the channel, so.
Yeah, and they're really coming down hard on especially on small gun tubers. I'm not a big tuber. I don't have a lawyer. Thanks again.